Turn yours on.
That one there, not turn.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Yep. 205-964-5243. You know.
Good afternoon and welcome to July 18th. Just like that, this month is already gone. But we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, where your cash or credit does not matter. Low risk, high reward opportunity. Today's topic is $10,000 monthly wholesaling vacant lots. So we'll get into that specific search that you should be doing whenever you're out driving for dollars or when you're actually building a list. You should possibly be searching for those. It's just an additional opportunity that real estate offers. So I hope that you all can't hear the rain thumping on our roof here, but if so, hey, it is what it is. So real quick, we're going to stop sending. Let me send it out first. I'll bring it up later. What am I trying to say here? If you want to join the live, text the word Gator to this number, 205-964-5243, and just follow the instructions in the video. And we'll get you going. 205-964-5243. Text the word Gator to the number. All right. I want to make sure that you're aware of our times that we. I should have had that ready to go. We're on normally Monday through Fridays around 3:45 p.m. Eastern. Check local listings. It says 7:05 on Thursdays, but it's really actually 8:05 on Thursdays Eastern. So text. Make sure you put that on your calendar, and you'll be able to join us and participate in what we got going on here. I was looking for my other card. I should have had that ready. Anyway, so these are the times that you can look for us online. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Did I say Facebook? LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch. So those are the actual times that we're live. All right, and got the full crew here, daily crew. Welcome everybody back. I had a minor setback as far as dealing with these things going around these days, but we're here. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, follow. People say, why do you hold up the card? Well, people on Instagram and TikTok, they can't see what we can see on the screen on Facebook and YouTube. Anyway, whatever. So subscribe, follow, like, share. If we have 85 people watching, we should have that many subscribing and liking. So if right now I'm sending it out, a text message out to the entire list, that's going to cease. We're only going to send it out to the people that want to subscribe. This is a makeshift card we did the other night, but text SUB if you want to be on the list. Where you can know when we go live and we'll text you. Text SUB. Also, whenever I upload new videos, but whenever we go live, you want to be alerted, text SUB to the number, and we'll send you out an alert. That'll be starting tomorrow, actually. All right. So what we got, Jess? Oh, a couple things before we go. VIP.
Yeah.
This is the list where you can get step-by-step instructions through my free videos. We put together a list of the videos that's going to someone put it all in order, because the videos on YouTube, even though it's over 800, over 900 if you include YouTube shorts, they're not in any certain order. So what we try to do is put some in order to try to get you a step-by-step process. So text VIP to the number if you want to access that. Your superpower. The reason why all of this works is because you have access to the contract, the paperwork. So text the word contract to the number 205-964-5243. Not only will you get access to the contract for free, but also you're going to get access. I'm going to explain in the video how to fill it out for sellers and buyers, along with getting it signed virtually. If you want to partner, several ways to partner with me. Here's one I strongly recommend, because it allows you to start wholesaling houses virtually. Most people, you driving for dollars is one of the main ways that you can start doing this. But gas is expensive now. I think it may be below $4 now in some places, but still above $4 a gallon, depending on what grade you use. But just basing that on 87, around $4, so it can be expensive. So here's a way that you can combat that. Right, you spend less money than you would driving for dollars. Text MLS, and this video is going to explain, number one, how you can partner with me. And I'm sure you got $100. You can borrow $10 from 10 different people, or $5 from 20 different people, however you want to do it. All right, and so text MLS. One more, and LLC. If you're gonna be in the business, you need to act like a business. So get your LLC set up with my people over at PCS. They're not going to charge you anything to actually set it up, but you will have to pay what it costs to set it up in whatever state, city, and county that you're doing business in. Along with that, you're going to automatically get access to over 250 tax deductions you can take immediately. So really, you're going to start making money immediately, because your habits will change, and what you're tracking that you'll be able to write off, because you have established your business. So text BIZ to the number, along with you have an opportunity for business credit. They'll help you with that also once you're set up. So text the letters BIZ to the number 205-964-5243. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. Joseph Wilson said it's his grandmother's 104th birthday.
Oh, wow.
So that's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. 104 will put you at being born around 1918, right? You've seen a lot. His grandmother, and that's his grandmother. So Joseph, you got to be up there pretty good too. Not necessarily, but normally, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because normally at 104, huh?
You supposed to do your happy birthday and move on.
Oh no, don't throw me. Hey, don't throw me no curveball. You know we're gonna talk about it or whatever. So at 104, a lot of times you've been outlived everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was just a really large family or whatever. But yeah, happy birthday to you. I wish you would put her name up there. But happy, huh?
This is pretty sad. That's serious. Well, you done outlived everybody.
Well, yeah, I understand. People want to live a long time, but sometimes you've been outlived everybody. You don't know them people. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, but happy birthday to your grandmother, man. I wish you would put her name up there. Happy birthday to her. That is amazing.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Everybody's just saying, what's up? Right. What's the secret? Is she juicing? Is she eating healthy?
There's a lot of cases on that.
What's the secret?
Sheer genetics, man.
Right.
Just built different than everybody. Eat no different than nobody else. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to call it luck, but it's the draw. The card we pull.
I see people putting the keywords in the comments. Make sure you text them to the number.
Yeah, text
if you're watching on YouTube, it's scrolling down your screen. 205-964-5243. Make sure you just text the keywords, and that's it, and that'll send you the information.
Yeah, if like I said, if
Afterwards.
you want to get on the list where you can be notified when we go live, text SUB to the number. Boom, SUB. That's short for subscriber. But
Hold up a
yeah.
card with the number on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one for the LLC and the business credit and the access to the over 250 tax deductions you can take. Text BIZ to 205-964-5243. But that's the number for everything. Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah,
the
just
number
don't
for
put it in the
everything.
comment. That's not going to get you anything. I didn't say do that.
All right. Callie said, where do I find off market leads?
Where do you find off-market leads? There are a number of ways. What's her name? Callie.
Mm-hmm.
There are a number of ways. Let me find some of them. All right. Here's one way, through text messaging. Text the word text to this number. Text messaging list of owners is one method of finding off-market leads, right? Another method is cold calling. Now you can do it with your smartphone, but if you want to put it on steroids, so you can be more efficient, text the word dialer to use a phone dialing service that makes it a lot easier and to track everything, and it just speeds it up. You can make up to 10 calls at a time. You really don't probably want to go that fast, but it will let you do at least that many at once. You know, not saying you're going to have to answer the phone all 10 whenever someone picks up the other 9, stop dialing, but it's more efficient. So those are just two methods. Bandit signs is another way. Some people don't want to do it. That's fine. Direct mail, one of the more expensive ways, but can be very effective if you have the budget for it. Facebook ads, Google AdWords, Instagram ads, TikTok ads. Those off market. I was about to throw the other thing up there, but you said off market, so there you go.
All right, this is on TikTok. Hey, Footman, can you tell us how to get started with calls to the sheets? I think they will watch your last video.
Oh yeah, that's a trip. They must have the video. Yeah, that's a trip. Okay, someone asked a question: how do I get started with Carlton Sheets? Well, technically, even though Carlton is no longer here with us anymore, yeah, he's died. Oh, Ron LeGrand. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But that would be the current competition at this point. But I'm sure some of Carlton's material is out there somewhere on eBay. You can probably bid on it. But trust me, you'll end up back here. Because Carlton is going to be very vague in his information. Very vague. It's like somebody just give you the ingredients to cook something, but you have no instructions. That's how vague it'll be. I guess if you mix it up enough, Jessica, you'll cook it to your taste.
Yeah.
But you still got to know what to heat it on, when to add this and that. Again, I guess if you do it enough, at some point you'll cook it to your taste.
Yeah.
So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, boop, boop, there you go.
All right, this is on Instagram. Flip those lots to who?
To buyers, people that want them. Sometimes just regular people, sometimes investors. It's a combination. It just depends on where the lot is. It's just a combination. We'll get into it in a minute.
All right, this one came from Calvin. He said, once we learn how to use the dealulator, is it finally time to start wholesaling?
I don't know what else you know. What else have you information have you you're comfortable with? That's not the only thing. And dealulator, I've done a really good job at branding dealulator, because a lot of people think PropStream is there, which I have batch leads, they have batch dial also. I've done a good job because it to the point it's confusing, but that's not good when they don't know what they're getting. Mm-hmm. Let's just make this clear right now. Dealulator is my website. PropStream is a whole nother company. Batch leads, batch dialer, batch driven, all of them are other companies. I'm just partnered with them. I use Dealulator to make sure that I get credit for marketing their services that we do actually use, right? Okay, Deal Later, you can get my contract for free at the site. On Deal Later, you can access the two calculators there for free on the deal calculator and the repair calculator without signing up for anything. You can also access the contract for land. You can also access my closing detail sheet there for free. You can also select an option to send your deals where we can partner on deals for free. So just to bring some clarity to the people that are watching and that will watching this, but the partner text 5050 on houses. 5050. Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Someone had asked what's the phone number to text for leads. It's 205-964-5243. This person, Callie, they said I had to terminate my second deal because of the bad neighborhood and environment.
That's the
What you think about that?
they said they had to terminate my second deal because of the bad neighborhood and environment. Well, you know, people live in those areas, quote unquote, if you want to define areas as that. There are people also, you know, good and bad, just like any other neighborhood, right? But you have to price accordingly. If people are living, especially we're talking in decent sized cities, if someone is living, if a large number of people are living there, there are people that are investing there. There are individuals that are investing either through fix and flipping or rentals. A lot of times rentals. So that means that your deal probably wasn't because of where it was, is because you didn't have it priced because of where it was. You didn't have it wasn't cheap enough. Or you just may simply didn't know how to market your deal. It could be a combination of those. So one of the first things I learned in this business from the great Don Williams, who is no longer with us either, every house is a step up for someone. Mm-hmm. Right now, most people watching this, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go be fair to say, 100% of the people watching me right now, wherever Oprah lives at right now, is gonna be more than good enough for you, right? But for a Saudi prince, it ain't good enough. Mm-hmm. Every house is a step. Those are the extremes, but every house is a step for someone. Go to any city, you're gonna find homeless people. Go find the most ugly house you can find, right? You get ownership of it and go hand that person that deed. I guarantee they're gonna be happy. Because it's better than sleeping on the ground. Mm-hmm. So don't get caught up. My point is, Jessica and Ken, is don't get caught up into, well, it's up to you, however you want to invest. It's totally. I'm talking about with wholesale or whatever, but don't get caught up in it where you only do deals where you want to live. Now, with me, if I was doing rentals, I would renovate properties to the point where I would want to live there. I would at least have that. I still might not want to live there regardless, but I would renovate the property there. If I was living here, I would be very happy with it. And that's going to vary for different people now. What it take for me to live or whatever, you know, might not take somebody else. It's all subjective. It's all subjective is the point I'm getting. So, but well, guess what, Jessica? The checks been the same, baby. Period. That's what I'm getting to. I went around the world to get there. The check spends the same. Mm-hmm. The bank wire goes in the same way.
All right. This one's from Aquavius Daniels. I hope I said the name right.
You did.
Okay. They said, "Hey man, I wonder if they from Memphis." It says, "I see a lot of land deals around my way, but agents are posting them. How do I go about partnering with you on them without the proof of funds and things the agents require to get it under contract?"
Well, similar to houses, if it's listed, it still could be an opportunity. You know, I was more closed on it for newbies in the past, but my eyes have been open here recently, and I'm open to putting what I know into motion. or whatever. So as far as the proof of funds, and speaking of that, the service that I was using, they're no longer going to offer it. So my good friend Jamil Demji, they have a service that we're going to partner with. So you can still just do the same thing you've been doing. If you need proof of funds, just text POF and it'll give you the instructions on how to do that. Me and him may do a video in the future or whatever. But if you need proof of funds, you can use that service, right? Or you can partner with us, and you might need to earnest money deposit also. So, but at the end of the day, you just still need to know how to when you're dealing with agents, how to talk to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to talk with them for them to take you serious. So.
All right. This one came from Michael Campbell on YouTube. He said, I went on Craigslist to put up a house for sale, but I'm not sure what to do after I put it under real estate for sale. So once you list it, or I guess
once he posted on Craigslist what to do, you post in other places, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups. You want to reach out to other wholesalers in your market. You want to use Google and do Sell My House Fast in the name of the city. And those first 2 or 3 pages are results. You're going to reach out to them also. This video here, and I know I ain't gonna be able to find it, but text the word buyers to the number 205-964-5243. That video is going to give you an option of actually dealing with agents and for leveraging them and their connects on cash buyers. So the main thing is, though, do you have a great deal or not? That's the main thing.
All right, this came in from Instagram. Hey Flip Man and fam, is there any time I should put down the bandit signs?
It says, what's the best time to put out bandit signs? Just from my experience, putting out thousands of them or having them thousands of them put out over the years. Now, put them out every day. But the best days are early Sunday morning, daylight hours. I don't do any night stuff. And early Saturday morning in most cities. And then, just whenever you can get them out after that. And then maybe late Friday afternoon, maybe around 4. So after code enforcement, they start doing that thing. They get knocked off. They if nothing else, they've knocked off in their brains. And they're sitting around hiding somewhere. Because I know that's what I would be doing. Fine, we always have a good building. I'm gonna park behind. Siri, wake me up at just enough time to get back to the station house. I saw you say that shit.
This is on Instagram. I bought your course. I need help accessing it.
Should check your email, but just text me and I'll send you the instructions on how to do that. Check your email for Flip Masterclass. Search your email for Flip Masterclass. But if you text me, I'll send you the instructions on how to make it easy to access what you paid for. And thanks for your purchase. For real.
All right. This one's from Army 2300. He said, I found a property and then looked it up in the tax assessor site. The house is behind on taxes for last year and this year. The owner listed in the estate of. Therefore, how can I find out who is responsible for the house?
Okay, so I'm assuming if it's in a state, that normally means someone has passed on, and so it should have a mailing address, unless the taxes have been purchased and it's whatever company did that, a person. But it should have a mailing address that you can reach out to them, probably through direct mail, asking them if they're interested in selling it. Also, you can ask your neighbors, and a lot of times they just gonna know or whatever, especially if the person lived there a long time. They just sometimes they just don't know or whatever. So, he got it. How long have you been on that? Okay. Oh, it's over with.
All right. This one's from Sabak. He said, can you do a live analysis on my deal that I have under contract? I feel like I have it too high since no one has gave me an offer yet.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we can put that together. You know, you don't have to send me the address, but yeah,
Yeah, either join us by texting Gator to the number.
or just post it in the thing.
Yeah, or just post it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Rosemary said how much to set up the LLC.
It's going to be state specific because it's going to be on what your state, city, and the county that you're setting it up in, what they charge. So, but there's no service charge to set it up. So they just basically going to help you with it. You're going to have attorneys that you normally have to pay $500 to $1,000 to do, and they're going to do it for free. You just have to pay what it costs, uh, whatever the fees are in that particular state. So text the letters BIZ if you want to set up your LLC. So you're here in Alabama, I think 150, 175 would be the total or whatever. Last time I did one, which was maybe a couple years ago. So it's not that expensive, but it's going to vary from state to state on that. So just text BIZ to the number and set up a time to make that happen.
All right. I'm gonna ask him one more, and then I'm gonna add you, Yusuf. See, I see you was eating, so I ain't want to disturb you in the green room.
And I am starving. I can't wait till this is over, but I'm gonna give y'all giving you the best that I got.
All right.
I don't know none of the words, like none. I know my God know every one of them, baby.
I love her. All right, this one says, do deals submitted that were found through Privy have to be direct with seller?
No, because they're listed. The purpose of us recommending Privy, text MLS, and you'll know what he's talking about here. You can partner with us on it. Is so you can leverage those properties that are listed with agents. That's the whole purpose of it.
Okay. And I'm about to add him. Let me take this off. All right.
There he is. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, Peace King? How you doing, beloved? I've been waiting for this call. I just started this new gig, man. You know what I'm saying, but I'm waiting to get with you to partner with you on this deal. Remember that deal I was talking about, that commercial deal, and you wanted me to call the rep and make sure that he wasn't selling the business and not the bill. Make sure he was selling the building and not the business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he confirmed that. He reached back out to me, and I also asked him to say if you have any other properties that any other buildings that you willing to sell, let me know. And he sent me 2 other locations. So I have two commercial buildings that just the building is for sale, and those 2 properties I was telling you about on Garland Grove Boulevard in Hagerstown, Maryland. So, and I sent your associate, Mr. Torres, I sent him an email. He responded back to a previous email about that 25 Pataxico Lane in West Virginia. And I'm like, I was just doing a follow-up, like, listen, I spoke to Brother Flipman. Can you please let me know when it's a good time for us to set up a go over what we already talked about as far as the previous deal. I mean, as far as the potential deal. And he responded back saying, "Oh, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I look forward to talking to you." But he was talking as if he was referring to the Pataxico deal, and I was like, "I'm not talking about that." So I sent you an email to the number that you have on the site in reference to this potential deal. So if it's okay with you, can we comp these 2 things? Because the rep called me back and he was like, "Just let me know when you're ready, and we can." Yeah, I said I let him know that I wanted to go over things with my partner.
Okay,
That's what
so
helped me with the deal.
So the first one, what's the address?
17830 Garland Grove Boulevard, Hagerstown, Maryland, 21740.
What is it again?
17830 Garland Grove Boulevard, Garland Grove, Groh Boulevard, Hagerstown, Maryland, Hagerstown, Maryland, 21740.
Okay. Let's see.
and I sent him the email. The rep sent me all the Pacifics, all the
Who,
potential, all the
who,
areas. He sent me everything dealing with this property.
when you say the rep, who are you referring to?
The representative for the owner.
So you're not talking to the owner?
No, I'm talking to the rep for the owner.
I'm not sure what does that mean.
I got the representative. He said he's the rep for the. That's what he said. He's the rep for the owner.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is he a broker?
I didn't ask that question, but that number that's on the building, I guess he's a broker because I got his name with direct contact. So we can figure all that out. I was just
Okay. Now this property here appears to be in a is that Home Depot? In a shopping center, right? And
yeah,
so
and it's
I
a
guess
lot of traffic. It's a lot
it's
of traffic.
it's the front of it. So how much do they want for it?
He said two.
2 million?
Yes, sir.
See, okay, so if this was a single tenant building, right? It's sort of a little complicated, but now okay. I think I'm still on the right one. Let me make sure.
Yeah, that's it. That's the back of it.
Yeah, it's back up. That's the only thing it's giving me a little bit of the front. On something like this, right? It's a standalone building. Um, okay, so what did it used to be, like a all you can eat place or something?
Yeah, like a Golden Corral kind of establishment.
Okay,
And he said,
so generally speaking, like these properties don't they sell for that amount with a tenant in it that's paying a lease each month. They sell for that amount with income. They're asking this much for this property and it's vacant.
right.
That's they just in la la land, right?
Oh,
I'm gonna take a little closer look at it though. Let me
okay.
look at something. Yeah.
I sent Mr. Torres all the Pacific, so if you get a chance, you can ask him. I sent him the email and everything that the rep for the owner has sent me.
Okay, the building is 10,000 square feet. It sits on 1.42 acres. Okay. All right. And okay, that's it in this plaza, I guess. Yeah, so it would have to probably be repurposed or whatever. I don't know, but a restaurant couldn't justify that amount. They would be charging an exorbitant amount of money for a lease to justify the 2 million. Good location in front of the Home Depot, though. I can't say
Right.
that. I just
Yeah.
know 2 million is too much because that's normally what you'll sell them for without knowing the area or whatever. But normally you're selling them for that amount with a tenant, right? Maybe a little more, but asking that with it being vacant, you're normally trying to get these buildings for definitely less than $1 million. But ideally, on a single tenant situation, if you can get something between 600,000 and 800,000, normally you can make some money off of that. So to answer your question, you're a long way off on this. Without knowing everything on it, just taking a quick look, I would need to know what the price per the lease, what they're leasing per square foot in that area in order to really evaluate it. It's just not like you just comp it. It just doesn't work that way. You
I
have to see
got you.
what type of income is being produced in that area.
Yes, sir. Can most high willing, when you get a chance, if you can put me in your schedule. Like I sent Mr. Torres the email that the rep sent me with all the schematics, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the property and the other property. It's like it's an M&T bank. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's that third building to my left. That third building is an M&T bank. He didn't give
Right
me a
here.
price, but that yeah, and it's on that same road right there. But it's an M&T bank, if I'm not mistaken. It's 17724. And I think it's that what you got highlighted right there. I think No, no, it's right. It's all the way on the end, on the corner, all the way on the corner, right there, right above your curtain. No, go over to your left. Turn. No, turn the other way. Yeah, yeah. Go down the street some more. I think it's no other way. Yes, sir.
Right here.
Yes, sir.
That one right
Right.
there.
No, but right beside that. Yeah, that building right there. He's selling as well. It's a vacant M&T bank, and he's selling that as well. He didn't give me a price, but he gave me. I think it's the asking price within the information that he sent me. So please, if you get a chance, please ask Mr. Torres for that information that I sent to him. I sent it to him twice because
Okay. But do this for me. Just text me over. Is it a link or it was an actual file that you had?
no, it's an actual file that he sent me to my
Right.
email.
All right. Text me and I'll send you a different email address for me.
So text you right now.
Yeah, just reference these two properties and I'll send you a different email address over.
Okay, so I'm gonna text you.
Whenever we
Okay,
finish.
so my text gonna say Garland Grove Properties.
Okay, cool.
All right, big brother.
All right, my man.
All right. Thank you again. Appreciate all your work, man.
No problem. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Boom. All right. What we got?
All right. I got some questions about how do you comp the vacant lots and land?
We're gonna get into it in a minute.
Okay, that's the topic. And
Mm-hmm.
okay. Let's see. This one says, "How do you know when you have a good deal?"
How do you know when you have a good deal? I have a card for that. This video here is going to really take you through that entire process. So text GD to this number, 205-964-5243, and this video will explain in detail how you know you'll have a good deal or not.
All right. This person asked, can you please tell me how to get the class and how much it costs? Can you tell them like how to sign up or how to
if you go to flipman.net right here, you see it behind me, the logo, guy holding the cash, and just .net, flipman.net, that'll take you over to that particular site, flipman.net. It'll take you through everything. But in reality, guys, everything you need to know. I just like to make it clear that the worst thing I ever hate when people say, "Oh, I bought this. I see I can get everything free." Oh, that means you didn't do your homework before you spent your money. Because I say it all the time. Text VIP to this number, and this will get what you want. We ain't turning down no money, but I'm just letting you know that you can get it. Now, of course, it does speed up the process a little bit, but hey, it's hard to be free. And most of us are time rich. Leverage some of that. Educate yourself. You're still going to educate yourself regardless. It might just take just a little longer. Free.
This is on Instagram. What are your thoughts on hedge funds?
It'd be a great source for buyers. May have something coming out on that soon or whatever. Stay tuned.
All right, I'm about to ask one more, and then I'm gonna add him to the stream. Sabak, I see you in the chat.
Okay.
This one says, "How do I find for sale by owner on Zillow? I see none in my city."
How do you find for sale by owner on Zillow? Now, sometimes that's a situation that depending on how big the city is in the market, you may not have a lot of for sale by owner options there. So that's going to depend on how big the market is. But if it exists on Zillow, that filter will pull them up. So.
All right, I'm about to add him to the stream. Hold on.
Sabak.
Hello.
What up, guys?
What's happening, my man?
How everybody doing?
Oh, super tight. What about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Trying to make these deals, man.
Hey, that's what's happening.
Okay, so I send the address in the text. I mean the live chat. I don't know if you've seen it, but
you want me to come to property?
if you don't mind, yeah.
Yeah. What
Hold on,
you got to just.
I can say it to you if you need to.
Yeah, you can just give it to me.
So
What was it?
it's 311 South Choctaw Avenue.
South.
Choctaw, CHO, CHOCTAW
Oh yeah.
Avenue, Bartersville, Oklahoma. So while you doing that, a little backstory on this house.
Mm-hmm.
I was already on the contract on this house like a few months ago, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't move it because no one wanted to buy it.
Mm.
I and then that contract fell through. So this time I reached out to a cash buyer. I'm like, are you interested in this property? And he said he bought one like 2 blocks over for this amount. I mean, I guess I could say the amount. He bought it for 15K. So I
Mm-hmm.
went back to the seller and I said, hey, will you take 15K for your property? And he said, yes, if that's the best you can do, because he's been having this property for like years. He's an out of state owner, but now I just listed a property and just no one's buying it. Like no one's like contacting me.
Well, now if the buyer paid 15,
Hmm.
assuming that he would do the same thing for this property, you can't get it with the seller for 15. You have to get it for less than that.
See, that might be my problem then.
Yeah. See, this property, they tried to sell it back in June of 2021 for 30 grand. It's
Right.
on the market only 2 days. It's showing here. Let me scroll down and see if it was long. Okay, but I don't know what happened there, so that may not be good reference. But so he's let you know he's willing to pay 15. So that normally means to make money, you're going to
Mhm.
probably need this property or property. Not saying that this investor is the only one that will make that decision in that area or whatever.
Mhm.
But that's a good it's the only indicator that you have. You do know someone would buy over there, so that means you need to get it less than that amount in order
Yeah.
for you to make money.
Right.
So, he somewhat made it easy for you. If you could have got this property at 5,000 or 7,500, then yeah, he would
Hmm.
have probably been glad to pull the trigger at 10, 12, or maybe even 15 on this property. Now the
Hmm.
property is 1,800 square feet.
Hmm.
So is it livable or not livable?
Oh yeah, it's not livable. Like
Yeah, so it's going to take an immense amount of money to bring a property that's almost 2,000 square feet back up to livable condition.
right.
Now, just to comp it really quick, let's see. Let's look at MLS. The properties are only so we got. Let me look here. Okay, so guys, people that are just watching don't know what I'm saying. And if you're on what minute mark are we at, Jess?
42.
If you're on Instagram and TikTok, you can go to the replay on YouTube and scroll up to the 42-minute mark, and you can see what I'm about to show him. All right. So ideally, whenever you're comping a property, the red dot is his property that he's targeting. All right. You really don't want to cross over these major streets if you can avoid, especially if you're not familiar with the market. A lot of times the prices may change. Sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't. But to be on the safe side, if you stay on the same side, you're normally going to be okay. All right. So just to shrink this back down. So that's number 1, 2, and 3. Now I could use the draw tool in here just to eliminate everything else. Go here, just only get those 3 properties by our property. I could do that, but I'm not. It's not really necessary. All right. And so first 3 things I look at is year built, square footage, and the square footage of the lot itself. So on the year built, we like to stay in a range of 5 years up or down if possible. Now it's not showing a year built, so let me go over to Zillow and see if I can find that previous listing, and it may have that info on there because we do like to know that if all possible. All right, so home details and Zillow doesn't have the
Yeah, I
year
don't think
built
that's a list
either.
on there.
Yeah, which is interesting. That's cool. Sometimes it's like that. All right, so we got to throw that out the window. So lot size similar, square footage of the house similar here. On the lot size, we like to try to stay in a range of 2,500 square feet up or down if possible. And the house square footage normally 15 to 20% or 200 square feet up or down. So it's 1824 square feet. We have a property that sold here for 50,000, stayed on the market 126 days for 19. The square footage is 1968. We have another one that sold for 63,000. And it stayed on the market only 25 days. That's number 2. And number 3 sold for 85,000. The lot is a little bigger. The house is a little bigger. Sold at $43 per square foot, but we do know the square footage. Okay, so with that being said, that sold in December. This sold in April, so that's closer to now. We're going to go with the 63, and it sold at $41 a square foot. So if we multiply $41 times our square footage, which is 1824. That's basically $75,000. But this house is going to take a little bit to renovate.
Yeah, it's almost to the studs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So we're going to start with the repair calculator. Then we'll get to the deal calculator. You can all access on digulator.com. All right. Really quick formula. This is not set in stone, but it does give you close to the numbers that you possibly will need to determine repairs. If you multiply the square footage times $25 if it's not livable, and times $40 if it's not. If it is livable, $25. If it's not livable, $40. So if you go to dealulator.com, you can access the repair calculator. You can just change from one to another. So he says it's not livable. It's 1824 square feet. So that's 72,960. So we'll round that up to 75. Now, this is an older house. If it was built in the 40s like the other one, so that should be a good number. Even if it was a rental, you might get away with spending $50 to get it rentable, but we're going to assume the best. All right. So so we said that it's only worth 75,000, right?
Yeah, right.
So the repair cost is what it's worth.
Yeah.
So that's why it's difficult to sell this, to make a deal on this property. I would love to know the property that your guy bought for 15,000. Is it the same size as this property? Was it a big property?
I think it was the same size, like 200 square foot less. But okay. it was in way better shape than this one. That's the thing.
Okay. So yeah. So normally you have the formula here, but when you're in that, that's when the repairs are this much, and see, the formula is not going to make a difference. Now I may be off on that. Even if I'm off 25,000, it still doesn't make sense as a deal. Even if we stay at 50,000 on the repairs, right? It doesn't make sense, because now on something like this, even if you say you only wanted to make $2,500, right? Normally trying to make more than that. It still doesn't make sense. You had zero, well, he'd have to give it to you for you to make that or whatever. So, but again, you have investors that'll take on something that's like that because they may do all the work themselves, so there's really no labor cost.
Right.
So they may purchase it and renovate themselves, but they still gonna want it probably really cheap, under 10 grand for sure, because of how large it is.
So what's your advice as far as like going back and talking to the seller, knowing that this is my second time going back on a contract with them?
Yeah, just tell them that you spoke to you had a different opinion, and this is true, a different opinion on what it would cost to repair a property almost 2,000 square feet, and that you're gonna have to be significantly less, or just no way you can make this deal work or whatever. So you just let them know, and they probably already know that, man.
So what's the number you think I should be at?
I think if you can get it for maybe 5,000, you may be able to wholesale it back out for maybe 10.
Okay.
Or somewhere in that range.
Okay. All right. Well, that definitely gives me something to think about. I'm gonna have to work on that.
Most definitely, my man. Just let us know.
I definitely appreciate your time, man.
All right, no problem at all. No problem at all.
All right, and you ladies, thank you guys too.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. All right. Bye.
All right, you want to do the topic?
Yeah, we're going into the topic. All right. Okay. So, all right. So today's topic, what was it? Okay, $10,000 monthly wholesaling vacant lots. All right, guys. So what I was really referring to, a lot of vacant lots out there, right? But what I wanted you to hone in on was vacant lots. They're called infill lots in the B and A neighborhoods in your market. I've talked about this before. I don't know if I actually just did a video on it like this, but your B and your A and B neighborhoods. So whatever market or city you live in, is going to be where the people with the most money at. And then the next level down from that. All right. So normally you're going to be talking about houses $500,000 and more. Sometimes, some market maybe 10 million. I don't know what the number is. Some ridiculous. But the reason that's important is not always the situation. I'm just trying to make it a little easier for you. Is now if you find a vacant lot we'll just say it's a $500,000 neighborhood, and you find an infill lot. So you drive by two houses, and it's obvious that there's a lot in between those, a vacant lot in between those. Now, one of those people may actually own that lot, which is cool, but you won't know until you do your research and reach out to the owner if it's identified as it is an actual lot and not a part of one of the other properties. All right. And so you say, well, how do you comp a property like that? So the way you have to look at it is the first thing you want to try to get it, you have to get in the mind of what they call it, a developer, right? And you're gonna have the companies out there. They're basically a one-man gang. They can only do just the new constructions and spots. They're not gonna do entire developments. So then they're trying to grow to that, but in the meantime, they're just trying to find opportunity to build houses. Now, sometimes it'll just be families that'll want to just build there because the lot is available. And that'll be a lot of it. It's a little different than just always dealing with investors. In most cases with houses, this is a little different. So we'll say it's in a $500,000 neighborhood. Generally speaking, from my understanding with developers, they can get a property, if they can get a lot at about 15% of ARV in an area, they're normally good. So 15% of 500,000 is 75,000. So if they're willing to possibly pay 75,000 for a lot in that area, then guess what that means for you? You need to get it cheaper than that in order for you to make money. So you're trying to get it at 30, 40, 50,000 in order for you to possibly wholesale it back out at 75. Now, with a family would probably pay more than that, right? And also you have to take in consideration what it costs to build a new construction price per square foot. So it may be, it's just going to vary. It could be all over the place. But we'll just say, now this is just for easy math, so I can do it in my head quickly. But just say the normal house in that area was 1,000 square feet. So, and it cost $150 per square foot to build. All right. So now it's going to cost, if my math is correct, around is that right? $150,000 to build that house, right? And it's just for easy math. Now I may be off on this, just for easy math. So that's 150 times 1,000. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, $150,000, right? So that makes sense at that point. That now if you add the cost of the lot at 75, that makes sense. But normally it's going to be more than this. I'm just making it easy for us for discussion this. So for me to explain this. So now if it's in a $300,000 neighborhood, right? But the average house size in that neighborhood, and not saying you got to build to that size by no means, unless it's some type of subdivision minimum as far as square footage on the house. Then you take the 2,500 square feet and multiply that times $150. Now you get $375. So it's based on just a simple way to people buy land for all kinds of reasons. I'm just trying to give you the simple way to understand it. So you need to know the type of neighborhood you're dealing in, because if you're in a $70,000 neighborhood, it's almost like you can't get those lots cheap enough because a new construction is just not going to work there, period. Okay, how you slice it up. It'd have to be a 200 square foot house. Just playing, but it'd have to be very small or whatever. So, but when I say that, some people just like to buy lots. But if you're in one of those neighborhoods, $70,000, $100,000, maybe even 150, you're going to have to get those lots normally for like $500 to $1,000, and you'll be able to flip it back out maybe to 25, 3,000, maybe even 5,000. Some people just like to own it. It's just that simple. What their intent is for, who knows? But some people just like to own lots. But normally in those neighborhoods, you're gonna have to get them extremely cheap, and almost cheap enough for most people they could actually buy it if they needed to, right? I know $500,000 may still be a lot for some people, but and it is a lot of money. But I'm just saying you're gonna have to get those really cheap. So I don't know if I answered all the questions. Oh, they asked about how to find buyers. All right, so a couple ways. All right, you're gonna do a lot of the same things you're gonna do with houses. You're gonna do the same marketing that you do with houses. Now, just like you can build lists and see who buy houses on PropStream, you can do the same thing for vacant lots, right? You can build those same lists and see who's actually buying them. I actually was doing that, Jessica. Like we did what we were doing for the houses. Mm-hmm. Like we were doing, like they loan at least 100 properties. Mm-hmm. You're doing the same thing. It just don't be as many. It just as ridiculous as we saw with the houses, but it's
$1 billion.
Yeah, like $1 billion. Like, no, not 8 billion, 10 billion. Like 20. Yeah. And so anyway, but yeah, that's basically it. So when you're out just driving around, especially if you want to dive into those neighborhoods, it makes it a lot easier if you can find an opportunity. And you can build lists for those in those neighborhoods also. But in those A and B neighborhoods, the houses it didn't even have to be that much. The houses at least 300,000 and up. And there could be some C neighborhoods in some market. I just use A and B or whatever. Then, you can normally justify depending on the normal square footage of the house or whatever. So, but yeah, that's how you can add that additional layer to wholesaling real estate. Pay attention to those infill lots, INFILL, aka vacant lots, residential vacant lots. So we've been rolling pretty hard here. I'm starving. I'm giving you the best that I got. So remember, starting tomorrow, only the people that have, well, I might send it to the 10%, but definitely if you text sub, you're going to get the alert on when we go live. Text SUB to the number. Don't put it in the chat. Text it to the number. Remember VIP if you want to access the free videos step by step. Remember the time. Subscribe, share, like, follow, depending on whatever platform you're on. Here are our times: Monday through Wednesday, 3:45-ish p.m. Eastern. Check local listings. And 8:05 Thursday. I know it says 7:05. We're gonna get that corrected one day. And what I had here, don't forget want to partner with me? Text MLS on this. I'd love to work with you on this opportunity. And don't forget about BIZ if you're trying to set up your LLC and the business credit, along with free access to over 250 tax deductions. Boom. So with that being said, guys, hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow on the FLIP-SIDE.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Nothing else.
Bye.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know 205-964.